The interesting story was I had a message written on a paper, and it was really like there'd something spilled on it, and it just looked like it wasn't anything anymore. And it was a um, it was saying how much I love my man. It said Joshua or Josh and Heather together in love, and it was a signified our first love, and it had a cross on it and a heart or something like that. And I looked at it, I'm like, oh, well, it had something spilled on it. I'm like, oh yeah, this, I should throw this away because something was spilled on it. And God just had me like thinking about it, and he was saying, that represents your first love. That represents when you fell in love with me for the first time. And so he had me just meditate and think about it. And I'm like, I want that first love. I want it. How do I get it back? How do I get the 100% devotion and fresh love and that, we're going to be, all that. And so I just prayed to God. I'm like, I want that back. I want the first love back, and I was going to let go of this paper because it had like stuff spilled on it. And I was like, oh, I don't want to save something with things spilled on it. And I went to throw it in the fire, and it literally, like, all the rest of the paperwork went into the fire, but that one literally blew out of the fire. It was like a Mary Poppins thing, like Mary Poppins, where it blows into the air and then Mary Poppins finds it. And it was a Mary Poppins moment. And I'm like, okay, if that blew out of the fire, that is a miracle because it was the only piece of paper that blew out. So as far as something with the writing on it, and that was evidence that God wanted me to discover my first love again. And so yeah, and I'm like, okay, well, the best way to change and have a paradigm shift is to accept and replace. And that means I accept that I'm having an issue coming back to that first love. And to replace is to replace that thought that I'm struggling to come back to that first love and replace it with something that warms my heart, moves me, touches me. And the thing I could think of is I'm madly in love with him. I'm madly in love with him. I'm madly in love with Yeshua. I am. And so I came to that conclusion. I'm madly in love with him, like I need him. And so that felt like it moved my heart, and it's like, he is my, source. So God be the glory. This message is about rekindling your first love with God. And it's a message from the Lightbulb. And God be the glory. And I just prayed to God about finding that first love. And, when I was just so humble and so like hanging on his every word, and, and it's like, I can come back. God can bring me back because I want to come back to that. So God can bring me back, and we're on our way. We are on our way back to that same beautiful place in our hearts.